Okay. Hey everybody, Lexie Brown here, former Dookie here with current and almost a former Dookie, Gorecki.
Knee pain. Deep three for Brown. Got it.
Lexie Brown when she
Kind of a 3-on-2, 3-on-1. Leslie takes an extra step. Duke gets an easy layup at the other end. And Brown matches Gorecki. They each get...
Let's see. Haley was first team All-ACC, third team All-American. Were you leading scorer this year in the ACC? No. Almost the leading scorer in the ACC. Should have been player of the year in the ACC. All defensive team. All academic team. Girl, current queen of Duke women's basketball. How are you, girl?
I'm good. You know, just chilling.
I miss you.
I know, it's so weird. We had so many plans of seeing each other after, and they all got canceled due to Corona.
Like, okay, so take me through when you guys, like, speaking of Corona, when you guys found out that the tournament and all that wasn't gonna happen, like,
yeah.
How did you feel about that?
I mean, it was weird because, like, we were coming back from spring break, and, like, we were about to, like, find out where we're gonna be in the tournament, and then, like, wherever that was, we were gonna go. So we got back on a Thursday from, like, having, like, 2 or 3 days off, and then it was like weird because, you know, like, we lifted, and then, you know how we just like warm up for practice.
Yeah.
Coach P and all the coaches were like, all right, film room. We're like, what are we watching film on right now? Like, it was just like, not like whatever. And then also, like, I had my phone, so like the guys were saying like that they were heading, like, their ACC tournament was canceled, so they were heading back. I was like, oh, this isn't gonna be good. So like we went to the theater, and then Coach P and Kate were like kind of just like, well, anything can really happen, but like keep your like phones on you. Literally within like 30 minutes, I got a phone call from Coach P, and she was like, it's canceled. And from like right after I like hung up, I was just like in tears.
Oh, I was so sad for you guys, because I think that you guys had like an up and down season for sure, but you guys were like heading in the right direction at the right time.
Yeah.
It was gonna be your first tournament, obviously, to play in. So I was like really excited. So yeah, that was definitely disappointing. So you've been home since?
Yeah, I went home within like 2 days.
So it's
yeah, where were you during all this?
I was home already.
So you got home within like a day, right?
Yeah, I got home like the day before they put like the European travel ban up. So like I was already out. I was like, I need to get out of here, because I was supposed to go to Greece for a couple days before I came back here. But my coach was like, yeah, you should probably just go.
Yeah.
Because it's about to get bad. And I was like,
I know, like,
it got bad. So I was like, oh, I'm glad I missed it, because when everyone was getting like stuck in customs and stuff, like it was like nobody there yet. So it was
crazy.
It was smooth. So what's today? Wednesday? Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I know.
Friday. Are you excited?
I am. I'm like definitely nervous. That's why I want to.
Okay, guys, Friday is the draft, by the way. Regular Friday.
We're gonna flash back into like 2018 when you were in the draft.
With the 9th pick in the 2018 WNBA draft, the Connecticut Sun select Lexie Brown from Duke University.
And you got to go, which was super cool. But like, what were your emotions like the whole week heading up into the draft and like finally being there?
Well, like we were still in school, obviously, so I was like just focused on, you know, getting my work done and, you know, not getting too high on it, because I knew that, you know, it was a moment. I was gonna be back in Durham like the next day after it happened, but I was really excited. I wish that like I could have brought everybody up there with me. But it was like a really nice experience. Like, it stinks that nobody this year will be able to experience that.
Yeah.
Even like if you're not at the draft, even like the whole setup of it, and even like your name still being called up with all those people there and stuff, like it's still so much fun. But it was exciting, and hearing your name called, and it's just like your dream, everything you worked hard for is finally like coming all together.
Yeah, and then your whole family went, right?
Yeah, so that was so nice.
That's so special. That's cool.
Yeah. So have you like talked to like any like team thing? Like how are you, because I can't even like speak on the draft, pre-draft stuff. Okay, so if you guys don't know about WNBA, like we don't have pre-draft workouts, pre-draft, we don't have a combine, we don't have like interviews and stuff. Everything is just like what they've seen, how you played in college, clips and like phone and FaceTime interviews. So like have you talked to like any teams, and
Yeah.
how's that been like? How's that process worked? And it's been way longer now because we only have a week between the end of the season and the draft, and you guys have like almost a month.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's more like a job interview. I didn't know what to expect, like, the first couple. I mean, you get used to it. You're talking about basketball, so it's not, like, super hard. You know, it's not like actual, you know, like, job interview about, like, oh, here's what you're gonna, whatever. But, I don't know, it's cool. Everyone, like, every program has it, like, differently about, like, their setup and whether it's, like, who you're talking to. But, for the most part, been, like, super cool, interesting about, like, learning about, like, what they want to do this year and, like, their kind of like playing style and like plans, I guess. But it's been fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like the experience, it stinks like the situation, but it's kind of been better for you guys because now I mean, obviously not everybody has access to a court and stuff like that, but like now you have a little bit more time to like get prepared for like training camp and you know, kind of just look back and like settle down a little bit, because I feel like usually it's like it happens all so fast.
Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, because you took your exams early, left, and then was just kind of
never came back.
I know, it's so sad. Like, so it's definitely like helpful that it's just kind of like, it's like kind of a blessing in disguise, but at the same time you're like super anxious, like would rather just like everything be normal. But
yeah, like normal. Like I just feel like now, like I feel like so many things I like took for granted. Now I'm just like, can we just have a gym back and stuff?
Oh my god, yeah. So speaking of that, like, what are you doing? Because like here in Chicago, it's like everything's like closed. But what are you doing in?
Cold up there too, huh?
It snowed this morning, in April.
Yeah.
Like what? But yeah, like what are you doing for workouts? Like what are you?
Well, we started working out outside, and now we have found access to a gym actually, so that's been really nice. We don't go every day, obviously, and then there's only like me, my dad, and like Anakin, so it's only a few people in there at the time. And then to like stay in shape and stuff, we've just been working out in the garage, and we bought a Peloton bike yesterday, so now we just have to wait for it to get here. That's about it. We've had to get like real creative, and I'm sure you've had to get super creative because like at least we can go outside and stuff because it's nice down here. So like, what have you been doing? You just have to stay in the house. I see your Snapchat sometimes.
Yeah, like working. So like we have like weights downstairs, lots of core like band work, like biking when it's nice out. Like obviously biking, running, and then like still like with my trainer, like over Zoom, we'll do like ball handling stuff like inside, but like nothing outside for the most part, or like on my driveway, but it's like been 30 degrees, so that's also
it's crazy that like we literally like can't do anything.
Like
I know some people are like, oh, I have to work from home. Like we can't even do that. Like we can't even do anything. And like I know. I'm looking at like there are like pro athletes who are doing at home workouts. Like
yeah,
or nothing at all, because at-home workouts, they're hard because you don't always have everything you need, and then it's like completely 100% like self-motivated.
That's like the hardest thing. But I feel like if you have like a buddy or like I don't know, sometimes like I go on with my trainer, so like at least like it's more motivating. But it's definitely
sometimes people need a gym because like there's people around, but like when you're at home, it's just you and your stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always say hopefully this will be over soon. I don't think it will be over soon, unfortunately. So I think everyone just has to get comfy, cozy with the at-home workouts.
Yeah. So like from your experience and like being in the league for all the great things you've been doing so far, like what would you say is like what would be your biggest like advice for someone heading into like workouts and just like overall like what to expect really?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing as a first year player is to have a lot of energy. It's basically the same as college. Have a lot of energy, and then be ready to listen and learn. They're not as they don't tolerate the attitudes and whatever as much, because if you are a rookie, like there's a 99% chance that you're not even close to like one of the top 3 players on the team at that moment. Like in college, you can come in as a freshman and you can like be one of the best players already, but in the pros, like it's never going to be that. And I think just the biggest thing is just to be a sponge, and there's like so much to learn. Especially on the defensive end, and just talking. And I know you're not a huge vocal person. I've seen you got better though, but you're gonna have to be one for sure, because everyone is just so good. So you just have to communicate and make sure that everyone is on the same page. And then you have a lot of different personalities, and you know the age difference is huge.
Yeah,
you got to keep that in mind as well. But I think the biggest thing, especially for my first and second year, is my second year I was more open to learning from my teammates and from the coaching staff. So that was the biggest thing. I still think I learned a lot my first year, but my second year I think I kind of went in with a better mentality and a better mindset. So if you go in like that, you're already going to be in a better place mentally than like 80% of the first year players that come in the training camp, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. What would you say is like the thing that you had to work on the most, or like you thought was most difficult?
Defense.
Seriously?
Yes.
Is it like speed and stuff?
Man, like just everyone is just so good, and then you have so much more space on the floor because you can't be in the paint on defense. So you're obviously one-on-one defense, ball screen defense is the worst because everyone is so much bigger and stronger. Everyone like is so much more versatile. So like every game, like you have like a different pick and roll defense because you know the bigs are just so much better.
Yeah.
You have like not every big just rolls to the basket. You have like some that pop, some that can roll, that can pass, that can shoot. So yeah, defense coming from I would consider myself a pretty good defender in college, but then I got traded game.
What was it?
Like, blow by. I was like, oh man. But I think that's where a lot of people get lost is on the defensive end, because offensively, it's so much easier than you think because, like I said, there's so much space.
Yeah.
So if you can create shots for yourself, then like you're gonna be fine offensively. But if you can get after it on the defensive end, then you'll be good for sure.
For overseas, so obviously there's so many places and leagues. Like I really didn't know like all of it that came along with overseas. I thought it was just like a couple leagues, but there's so many. Obviously.
You found an agent?
Yeah. That was another hard. It was like picking college, but just from, I don't know. I really like him. Ready to like kind of get going. I don't know. This whole thing is just like stopping so many things. But for overseas, like, did you have in mind like a place that you wanted to play your first year, or was it kind of like just because like you're a rookie, that's kind of like,
yeah,
you know?
Well, for me, because my agent, he's actually from Hungary, so he and the agency he was with when I first signed with him, he's with a different agency now, but this agency that he signed with, my dad had a relationship with them, so we went with them based on that. And then I had an idea of where I wanted to play. Like I wanted to go to like a place where it was warm and it was like a nice place to visit, but then we were like, he's in Hungary, so like you should just go to Hungary because he'll be close by, and if you need anything, and stuff. So that's why I picked Hungary, and then obviously like money, of course. But like you'll find out when you play for the first year how important money really is, because the way overseas is, it's like quality of life, money, and then as your quality of life goes down, you get paid more. So it's like, what is more important to you? So I had a good time in Hungary, but like I was like really bored. It was cold. Everything was so far. But I lived in like one of the nicer cities, so like it was like a bigger city, so there was like more to do. But some of the cities that like people I knew lived in, like was like they were like villages. It seemed like. So for this season, I told my agent, I said, you don't have to get me more money than I made last year, but like I'm not playing for like pennies or nothing. But I want to go somewhere where I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Yeah.
I think that's how I ended up in Israel.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's part of the experience, like being able to travel and then like seeing different places too.
Yeah, so Israel was really nice. Like the basketball level was a little lower. No, it was a lot lower than Hungary, but there was like more Americans. And it was just more laid back. Like just the whole environment was like super laid back. But again, if I didn't play WNBA, then I probably would play like in a more competitive country, more competitive, try to be on like a EuroLeague or Euro Cup team or something. Which I still want to do that, obviously. But if it's gonna like be in the middle of nowhere and freezing cold or something like that, then I'm probably like not gonna do it.
Yeah.
So, like, everybody's experiences are different. And sometimes money is super important to people, which I understand that. But like at this moment in time, like I'd rather have fun and enjoy my experience overseas rather than just like be stuck in the house all the time, having like 3 practices a day and stuff like that. So like when you're talking to a team, like you just have to like make sure you ask so many questions, because that's something I didn't do these past 2 years. Like I didn't ask enough questions.
Yeah.
And make sure you put everything in your contract, everything. So you ask for something, they have to do it.
Yeah.
But do you know like any type, like what countries like you would be interested in playing in?
I mean, not really. I think kind of for me, at least like my first years, obviously like I want to make like wherever you can make the most money. I feel like that's a lot of people. But again, I don't want to be in some like dangerous place,
Right.
But I want to have fun. I want to be in like a competitive league, obviously, and just like helping myself or like whatever. But like I don't have a particular place. I mean, you know me, I like to like lay out, but in the sun. But I mean, I'm used to the cold too, so I don't know. It doesn't really matter as long as like it's safe. I like it. I'm making money,
You talk to like I don't know, like do you talk to like other girls who play? Like have you talked to any girls who are like projected to be drafted or anything like that?
Oh, like my year?
Yeah.
No. I mean, like, you know me, I don't know. No.
It was like the most anti-social butterfly.
Yeah.
Like it was like her group was like the main person, and like she don't know anybody else like outside the group.
I really don't.
I like know like people like that, but I still don't.
Like, there's people from literally every part of the country, and you're just like, where did this person come from? But that's a good thing, because it's like,
I was just talking to my sister about that, because she was like, I need more friends, and I was like, go on Instagram and find some friends. Like I met like half of my friends outside of y'all on Instagram, which sounds crazy, but it's like
social media is
dating app, but it's Instagram. But like she's like, I'm gonna go on Bumble. I'm like, girl, go on Instagram. Like, and I know Nay's not here, but like, have you talked to her?
Yeah, on and off. It's her and phones. It's not one of her fortes, but
Nay definitely will get drafted, and I'm just hoping that she'll be able to blossom in the WNBA.
I'm so excited. Like she's just so unbelievably good. It's just like
I think she's one of those players. It happens more on the men's side than the women's side. That's kind of like boxed in the college game. Like her game like surpasses like the amateur level.
Yeah.
Like when she gets to the pros, and I think her game is just gonna take off.
Yeah.
If she wants it to, but I think she'll be really good.
Yeah.
At the WNBA. So I hope that she goes to a good situation, because that's super important for everybody. But I think she'll be fun.
Talking about Duke days and like it was just funny because we had like again like the plans and like with Mikayla's birthday and everything, and like we would always talk about season and like how like Mikayla and I finally play together, and I was like, what if like you, me, and Mikayla like all play together?
I was with Haley almost her whole time at Duke pretty much, and we played like 7 games together maybe.
That sucked.
Yeah, like
when you came in, obviously you had to sit out because you transferred.
Yeah.
And then still that season though, I only played a little, and then when you finally were able to play, and then when I was finally to play, it was like so
yeah. And then we lost Haley and Mikayla.
Yeah.
And then I lost Becca. Like what? That year was crazy. But yeah, like when Haley was playing, you had that game at Virginia Tech where you had and then we played at Louisville, shit like 30 points. You got Louisville's number. Everybody got a team. Louisville's Haley's team. Wake Forest is my team.
Yeah.
Your team, obviously, I'd rather have good games against like a team like Louisville than Wake Forest, but I had Wake Forest. When we was like Wake Forest, I was like, yes, sir!
I don't think like when you like shot, like you were like automatic. It was just like you shot it and then you just like ran back on defense. It was like
only Wake Forest. I don't know what it was. Nobody on that. I don't dislike anybody on that team. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what it was. I just got a little more excited when we played Wake.
Yeah, seriously, that's so funny.
I've been missing. Everyone's like, "Do you miss Duke?" I'm like,
yeah.
I haven't been back in so long.
Our group
For my first year, I was back all the time. Why are you here?
Oh, it was so nice though. Like that, like our whole.
I came back like twice in the summer.
Yeah. It was fun. Yeah, it was definitely fun.
Our last L dog, that was fun.
Yeah.
It was like fun / depressing because that was literally like my last day.
And then you're like, I'm leaving for a long time. Yeah. I know. How has it been with family though, like right now?
Oh, it's great. I love it. I mean, at first I was like, I'm too old to be like family and my parents in their house, but I have not really spent any money. That's nice.
Yeah, that's like
And it's been nice having them around. I've been bored, but I haven't been as bored. Like, I can't imagine people who are like at home by themselves and stuff. It's been great. This is the first time we've all been together this long and like since I graduated high school. Feels like. So we haven't gone on each other's nerves yet, which is surprising.
Really?
Yeah, because Lonnie, Anakin, and Lissa, they all still have class and stuff. So
they're like busy.
they're like in their own. Anakin plays the video game all day, literally all day. He's on 2K and Fortnite and stuff. And then I'm just in my room watching TV and stuff. We do our little family workouts sometimes, or people just everyone just does their own things. Everyone's just so grown now. Like, it's sad.
I'm the only kid at the house. Like it's just me, my parents, and then my brother and sister are like on their own living. So it's like definitely.
Did they come back at all?
Well, my brother and his girlfriend come like pretty often, just because like they've been alone, we've been alone. But my sister's like a nurse, so like it's kind of scary. So
how's she doing?
She's good. Like she's like good. But she's like what if? So she doesn't want to like put us in that.
Yeah. Is she like super exhausted?
Like some days, yes, like are better than others. But for the most part, she said like for the last like 2 weeks, like the inpatients are like going down and like the outpatients are going up, which is good to hear. So like.
Yeah, I feel like with the media stuff, they always like show the most dramatic, terrible.
Oh, dramatic, and it like freaks people out.
There's so much good going on with like what people are doing, but they just want to show like the terrifying things.
Yeah,
it's like I watch the news all the time. My mom watches the news all day.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't.
But when this first started happening, she was freaking out.
I'm not gonna lie, I was too though.
My mom stopped watching the news 24/7.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing though, because like with the beginning of social distancing, like nobody wanted to do it. At least it kind of was like,
I was like,
people listen.
I like social distance.
Yeah, I guess.
Do.
I was trying to get like my parents like we should adopt a dog, but they didn't go for it. But
oh yeah, Haley loves dogs and she will have one.
I have never had one, so I was like,
never had a dog and she loves dogs.
I mean, this is the perfect.
Yeah, Kodak is here. Brownie's here too.
Bro,
they do not get along.
They don't.
Because Kodak wants to play, and you know Brownie's like a throw pillow, so she doesn't want to move.
Oh.
So every time Kodak like comes around her, she like snaps at him.
Because like, okay, fine.
Kodak's funny. Oh, he's so big now.
I know.
It's little now.
It's crazy, like how fast is that how big he's gonna get though?
Yeah. I hope. He can't get any bigger. He's too big because he's really strong. We gotta get him a harness because he kept like pulling his neck on walks.
Dogs do that. I don't understand.
So he has a harness and he loves it. He's like running around and stuff on his walks now. So Haley's about to be a WNBA player, everybody. I'm so proud of you.
I'm so proud of you.
So proud of you. Guys, she's been through so much. And I watched it all. All that.
Lexie, why are you even putting yourself you would always be like, boom. And like everyone would be like,
Only because everyone was tired. That's where I thrive. When people get tired and I'm like, oh, they tired. I'm tired. But they're more tired than me. Just gotta turn it up a notch. But yeah, I mean, you took over the league like I knew you would. I mean, you was taking over the league when you was playing with me and Beck and them.
I learned from the best. So. Like playing with y'all, no, I'm being serious. Like playing with y'all, I think added so much more competition and practice and just like overall experience where it's like not many teams can be like, oh yeah, I got to play with like Becca and Lexie and Aaron, like all of them. It's just like having you guys like really helped me personally just like compete and just like learn, honestly, like learn. So that was like, I was lucky for that stuff.
Oh, okay. So me and Becca gave you the crown. You're giving it to Mikayla, right?
Like, duh. I'm so Mikayla. Like, I think she's just gonna
be queen of Duke women's basketball.
She's been there for what, 20 years? Like, finally it's her turn. She committed when she was
6 years old, and
yeah, no, I'm super
like I knew Mikayla. Like we've known Mikayla for forever. We're like, dang. Can you get to school already?
I know, right? I feel, yeah, I'm like, why is this girl committed? And it's like, so is she coming next year? Is she coming, like, when is she coming? But, you know, honestly, I think
you, like, this year she was kind of getting back. Like, again, Mikayla's game is so different from me and your game.
Yeah.
She's definitely more of, like, a athletic, explosive player. She's strong as, I don't know what. Heck. So, I mean, I'm praying that, you know, she's able to have she have 2 more years left? Sheesh. Mikayla been in school for about 8 years.
The little baby's getting older. That's so crazy.
But, I mean, I don't see anybody in the ACC being better than Mikayla.
No. He hasn't done
Mikayla, if you're listening to this, you better be listening to your teammates, because she didn't listen to me. I'm sure she didn't listen to you either. No. She listens sometimes, but most of the time she didn't. So hopefully now she's gonna be. It's okay because she's gonna start listening now because now she's gonna start talking to her younger teammates, and they're not gonna listen to her. And she's like, "This is annoying." She's gonna complain to me, and I'm gonna be like, "I don't want to hear it because that was you, not listening to me." Thanks for tuning in, peeps.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Everybody sending good vibes to Haley for the draft this Friday. So excited. Her life about to change. She's gonna be a pro.
But yeah, thanks for answering the questions.